What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to go over my, well, like always, like and subscribe, leave a comment down below. I really need to get that right someday. Today we're going to go over my Score Z deck profile. We don't know how to play the game 100%, probably like 60% we know how to play, but we love this game. It's so fun, it's so interactive during the combat step. So we're just going to kind of browse through the deck real quick and check it out. This is proxies, but that's, I mean, it's alright. So I'm playing Zarbon. I actually really enjoy this deck. It's not Chi-Chi. I'm going to play Chi-Chi next. But you got 3 levels for Zarbon, and he's pretty good because if your attacks are successful, they raise your anger level 1, and that's how you level up your main personality. That's what these guys are called. When your anger level reaches 5, and you gain 2 power stages, which are these numbers over here. And he actually has a ability. He's a focused energy attack, so you can pay a power stage and do your focused energy attack. So it's level 2. It's not as good as level 1 because you get that focused energy attack, but it's still pretty good. If all your attacks, when entering combat, draw the bottom card of your discard pile, which is good, get something back in hand, and all of your cards gain if successful. All of your attacks gain if successful. Move your anger 1 level and gain 3 power stages. All damage is done to Zarbon. What does that say? Oh, all damage is dealt to Zarbon. After damage is dealt to Zarbon, if Zarbon's power rating is 0, he goes back down to level 1. And same thing on level 3. Pretty much same thing on level 3. So the words are kind of hard to read. He does gain 4 power stages, and he you can remove 2 cards from the bottom of your opponent's discard pile, which, you know, I don't think I've done that effect yet in playing. But level 3 hardly ever stays. He usually gets beat back down to level 2 pretty fast. His mastery card, because you have a mastery card with each deck that gives you like some extra abilities. This one, he basically makes it because if you play an energy attack or energy combat, you have to pay 2 power stages on your main personality. This mastery makes it where I only have to do 1, and it has some other shenanigans. My Sensei deck, which I don't know how to utilize yet, but I mean, you use him all the time. All of your attacks do -1 life cards of damage because your deck is your life in this game, and all of your opponent's attacks do -1 life cards of damage. So if they hit you, for example, 10, you only take 9 cards from the deck. And we'll go over the Sensei deck real quick. We have our non-combat, and you can see it's Sensei deck only. We're running 1 of those. We're running 1 Cell's Presence. Remove all allies in play. I don't think I even have any ally. Oh, if my opponent has allies. Running some Battlegrounds. 3 Dismal Futures. Players cannot have more than 4 cards in their hand. When a player would search their deck, they search the top 6 cards instead. So that's actually pretty cool. Pretty cool effect. Slow some stuff down. We're running 3 red sniping shots. Get my fat ugly thumb out of the way here. Can't see the words too well. My lighting's pretty abysmal in here today. But this one is just an energy combat, so a good energy attack. And the last card is Red King Cold Observation Power. Just a combat card. Your main personality pays 5 power stages to discard all allies and non-combat, non-Dragon Ball cards from play. And then looks like you go all the way down to 0 and reset your Zarbon. So pretty cool. Haven't got to use those cards yet, so that's fine. And the deck, it's a beast. I'm running 83 cards. I should say this deck was built for me by one of the players in the Discord community that plays the fan continuation of this game. His name is Bias Logic on Discord, and he was great. He's gracious enough to build the decks that we're playing because, you know, we're new to it and we don't have cards, so we don't know the game well enough to build our own decks. So that's pretty cool. We'll get started on the main deck. Victorious Drill. This card starts in play from your deck, and it stays out until you level up your main personality. Then it goes away, and it just buffs your stuff. We're running 3 Battlegrounds, only in Turmoil. Pretty good. Non-combat cards may not be used, so it just stops you and your opponent from doing some things. We're running 1 Fatherly advice, a non-combat, search your deck or discard pile for a combat or physical combat or energy combat card, limit 1 per deck. This comes in real good when you see it. 1 expected trunks, used when entering combat. It's just another searcher. It's pretty good. Grab the things you want. Time is a wonderful tool. This is a limit 1 per deck. Stops all attacks from an opponent in this combat, so you can really stall your opponent out and then you can hit them back and do some stuff. Sells defense for villains only. Zarbon is a villain, so stops all physical or energy attacks for the remainder of combat. Removed from the game after use. Limit 1 per deck. Super Saiyan effect. Your opponent may not perform physical attacks for the remainder of the combat, so they can still do their energy combats. We're running 3 Android 18 Stare Down. I love this card. I want to get the real one, at least for this. That mugshot of A18. Look at your opponent's hand and choose a card. Your opponent discards that card. You could get rid of their... I like to get rid of the their income or their blocks, so they can't stop my attacks. And now we're into our combat card here. Just one, our last combat card. Pretty good. Stops the effects of combat cards when use when needed. And it says if you declare a Tokuwaza, which that pretty much means that your whole deck is built to synergize with your main personality. I could have that wrong, but I'm pretty sure I'm right. And if your whole deck does that, you could declare that. So that gives you some other effects during the game. And we're running 3 Gohan's Kick. It's a physical attack, doing +3 power stages of damage. So it's a physical attacks hit your opponent's main personality. Running 1 Vegeta's physical stance. Stops a physical attack. Stops all physical attacks performed against you for the remainder of combat. We're running Run Nappa's physical resistance. Stops a physical attack pretty much. We're running 1 Red Rapid Deflection. It stops an energy attack. And like I said, if you declare Tokuwaza, you can do some other things with that one. We're running 2 Red Fist Catch. Endurance just basically, when you're removing cards from the top of your deck when you take a hit and you're taking damage, it kind of stops a couple of those hits. Is the best way I can explain it for now. And this card also stops a physical attack, and then you discard the top 2 cards. Your opponent discards 2 cards from their deck. So you don't want your deck to run out at all. That's how you lose. Like in any other game. Physical attack, doing the power stages of damage. So just another physical combat. Red Axe Heel Kick. Some pretty good art. With Goku and Oob. Was Oob in Z? I think he was in like the last episode, if I remember right. Red passive block, got some Mr. Popo action, stops a physical attack. Then a little bit of milling going on. Red blocking hand. So a lot of the physical combats in this deck are just they're like basically your counters. Stops a physical attack and then raise your power stage up. Oh, and your anger. That's good. Yeah, I like that card. I use that a lot when I see it. 3 Majin Buu's Fury. Another good card. Empower is a keyword we still got to learn, so I'm not going to try to explain that, but this one does some major damage. Running 3 Vegeta's Jolting Slash. This deck runs a lot of energy combats because Zarbon is an energy guy. So, energy attack, no physical attacks will work against villains this combat. So, pretty good. 1 Android 19's Energy Burst. Energy attack, remove an opponent's drill in play from the game. Which would be good, but against my wife's Trunks deck, her mastery makes it where her drills can't be removed. This stops an energy attack. Remove it after the use. That was Nappa's Energy Aura. 1 Red Physical Fortification. Stops all physical attacks. Yep. We're running 2 Red Masenkos. Another energy combat. Does some good stuff. We're running 3 red voltage missiles. That's a good energy attack. Raise your anger level. Raise your anger 1 level for random combat. Just some stuff that synergizes with your red style. Your red deck. 3 red energy blast. Energy attack. Remove one of the defender's allies or drills, which doesn't come up against her Trunks deck, but we'll see when I start playing other people. Red energy redirect. Stops an energy attack. Raise your anger 1 level. And you can, in your attacker attacks phase, you can perform the exact same attack that you blocked with that card, which is pretty cool. Comes up. Red combined blast. Nice artwork. Looking at that, I know you can see it okay. For the proxies, came out pretty good. Some of them the text is a little off, but other than that, 3 red vigor orbs. Got Boo and SS3 Goku battling it out. 3 red left bolts. Got some Boo. A lot of Boo in this deck. Some endurance action. Energy attack doing 6 life cards of damage. So you definitely want to use that. And you want to get that damage going. Just like you want to use this one. Red cross slash doing 5 cards of damage. That's good. Red destruction blast. Oh, it's a focused energy attack, so they can only use cards that stop energy attacks only. They can't use ones that stop all. Red static shot. Just doing 5 life cards of damage. 3 red energy pressures. This card's really good, and I like the art. It's a focused energy attack doing 6 life cards of damage and some other things if successful. Red energy shield. Stops an energy attack. Raise any personality to their highest power stage. Remove from the game after use. And if we ever get our own like made proxies for these decks, or we get some for the community, I'll redo the deck profile and share it with the actual cards. Red repeating flares, pretty cool. 3 of them. And our last 3 cards of the deck, Piccolo's Powerball. Very cool. And this does 6 life cards of damage. And this card can be used 1 more time if successful. But that's my Zarbon deck. We do enjoy this game very much. It's Dragon Ball, so yep, we're gonna like it. And that's it. And eventually she'll do her Trunks deck for y'all. And when I get my Chi-Chi deck printed out and sleeved up, I'll do my Chi-Chi deck. And that's that. Later.